Here's Williams. Can't get it to go. So Houston will take it the other way. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
And it's Terry Jones with the finish.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard. And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Lawson outside. And some nice finishing there by Houston. And it's Brewer finishing it off.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick run.
Greg, you're right. Really did work to perfection. He gets all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Taking two shots.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Hard carrying them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
Right there! A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. 10th in rebounding, 11th in three-point field goal percentage. They're in the top half of the league in scoring as well. Not too shabby.
And they've been strong in the rebounding department, up in the top 10, and it's just not one guy. Really, it's been about the entire group collectively.
You got it. Oh, gotta move, go.
Dishes to Jones. On the wing, Brewer. Watson the pass to Brewer. It's tipped. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Lawson gets it to go on the assist by Brewer. That's now 8 points for Lawson.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch. He did it perfectly.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade.
The Rockets making a switch here. Ariza's checked in.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
Close out on JR.
Love against Thornton. Love right side. Kicks to Mozgov. J.R. Smith on the wing. Goes back up. Makes a big high pass and goes in. Smith's got 7.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Rockets leading by 7. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate.
And you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Jones drives in. He feeds it to Ariza. Jones gets to Ariza. And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 6.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and defense.
Jones against LeBron. Back to Smith. Feeds it to James. And he dunks it down.
Yes.
Well, for one, he hasn't let him down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution for the Rockets. Dwight Howard. Clint Capella.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
There we go, fans.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation to make sense to use your time.
Here is Harden. 10 points for him. Pass to Capella. Ozgov grabs the board. Ozgov's got his fourth on this one. It's rebounded by Houston. They've held a 12-point lead early. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've played this season.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, the sample size wasn't that big. One game had a lot of goals. They are two teams at the top of the pile in each of their conferences, and because of that, I expect it to be competitive. He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Here's LeBron. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Houston on top, leading by 8. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
Hey, James.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Down low, Love and Mozgov. J.R. Smith out there with LeBron James. And it's Jefferson in at the 3 spot. From 11 feet away. And there's a whistle. It's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That'll be his second foul of the game. Houston leading by 6. Beverly dishes to Howard. Howard draws the double. Beverly. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
Well, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we get.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his second personal.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league.
J.R. Smith.
And J.R. Smith with the slam.
Such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing block. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
And with the game literally hanging in the balance, a play like that is an igniter. That's where momentum can become a game changer.
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did. And they had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Harden the pass to Capella. Houston moving it around. Again, the miss by Harden.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they can stretch this lead out.
Got that one up quick. And 12 points for J.R. Smith.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they have a major gut check in 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th. And was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game. It seems that every pass they make is leading to the score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off during the run.
Cleveland foul.
And there's the call on Jefferson.
Richard Jefferson.
That's his first
That's
foul.
his first personal foul.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Smith kicks to Mozgov. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Cavaliers timeout.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
And the Cavaliers call time.
Power dancer.
Poked loose. Mozgov with the steal. Love kicks to Smith. Stolen by Harden. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Looking to end the run. And the layup good by Beverly.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
The try by James. And he jams it with authority.
And he gives them the lead with that basket there. That's his trademark. It's exploding to get to the rim.
Hang time on that rim. On that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. And it's Beverly missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Cabela kicks to Harden. And foul hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That one on Mozgov.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this time. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
And so he makes both from the line. Cavaliers leading. LeBron drives in. He dishes it to Love. Mozgov kicks to James. .55 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
The three from Harden. Love grabs the board.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
James again to Ariza. James kicks to Love. 6 to shoot. The pass to Mozgov. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
No room for mistakes right now.
Timeout called the Rockets. They trail by 3. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the three. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick two. I think they've got to look for a quality three.